Hello, welcome to today's video. I hope you're well. If you are new to cryptocurrency and you want to learn more, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell button and press all notifications. Bitcoin is currently parabolic and so is my channel. Let's get to 2,000 subscribers by the end of June and I may do something really awesome, but I haven't quite thought of it yet. Anyways, I'm going to introduce you to something new. Cubiex is a brand new platform that is due for IEO in the next coming weeks. I want to talk about it. This is a sponsored post, so please take what you will from this post. I am going to be 100% honest, because I am. That's me. Spoken to the founder and he said, just be honest, let it out. I'm gonna let it all out, and that does not mean my flatulence. I'm gonna talk fully and openly about where I think this will fit in the ecosystem of cryptocurrency and monetization and incentivizing gamers to understand what cryptocurrency is and how to obviously make some money out of it with crypto tokens essentially. So let's get started. Right then, so I really do like this. Now, I've got some reservations about it, obviously. You know, it's cryptocurrency, nothing really, nothing's certain, obviously. So, let's talk about it. What is it? How is it going to distribute the network of the likes of Twitch? And why should you be looking at using this if you're a gamer? Now, I know a lot of gamers. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have played on a games console in the past. I'm going to talk a lot about where I fit in with this in terms of my usage. I only use or invest in stuff that I technically use. For example, if I wanted to invest in a company, it'll be a company that I use or I can relate to. And this is one of them in the crypto space where, in reality, when you're looking at cryptocurrency kind of coins, the chances of you using a coin for like obvious daily usage is probably pretty slim unless it's a payment solution. But this is different. This is a platform and I want to go over it in a lot more detail. So what is it? It is a new way of incentivizing esports by creating a blockchain powered groundbreaking ecosystem. It is an ecosystem and I'm going to explain that, and that is what really drew me to it and why I'm sharing it, because I like ecosystems. I like utility. I like the part that you can use it within the system and it can just go round and round in a circle and it makes blooming sense. So you can find friends, you can connect with them. It's a peer-to-peer matchmaking system where you can create teams, live stream and also produce digital content. It is like a social media behemoth in cryptocurrency. It really is. It is like having Twitch integrated with Facebook, integrated with matchmaking betting. Wow. It's an absolute colossal giant of a system that has a total utility token on the ERC20 blockchain. It makes real sense when you look back and think how big the gaming industry actually is and what they're actually going to have in their platform. It really is like, oh wow, that's brilliant. So you can find your friends, you can add your friends, you can follow influencers, whatever. You can also create blog articles, videos and other social content and get paid for it. You can get rewarded for streaming on the absolute platform of your favourite game. And you can also use the tokens that you've created in terms of playing it or creating digital content or winning against your friends to power up or ultimately buy in-game items. You can exchange them. I'm going to talk about that in a bit more detail. So, yes, it works. Okay, it has a genuine real use case. However, reservations are simple. I'm going to explain one of them now. People. For this to work, it needs people. It needs marketing. It needs a solution for people to come onto it. Now, you've got the big giant of Twitch, which we all know about, obvious, but we've also got other streaming networks that are a bit smaller than Twitch, but Twitch is the main one. This is competing directly with Twitch in a nutshell, but it has a lot more to offer than Twitch. Twitch only has one use case, live streaming. That is it. It doesn't have social media profiles, it doesn't have any of that to create content. You cannot bet against other people. You can contribute to what they're doing as a thank you gesture, but that is pretty much it. Now, other things to mention. There's a big problem as well when you think about how many gamers are out there, but how many do not actually monetize themselves from it. So, in terms of problems, social connectivity and incentives, there's more than 400 million gamers in the world, but only a few teams generating income. That is very, very obvious. We know that. If you look on YouTube, you can see a ton of gamers, and you can also see the amateurs like us, me, whoever. Now, amateur gamers cannot monetize because A, they're not big enough, they're not good enough, and ultimately there's no real way of doing it. Cubiex solves this problem by being the first decentralized social network to allow you to monetize yourself as a person. You could be a blogger on gaming and be an amateur gamer and get paid for it. That's brilliant. You can build your own team and compete against other people in a betting scenario and win and make money. It really does solve a genuine issue, and it's not that scary. I'm going to talk about the exchange on here. You can convert the tokens around and make it so you get paid and convert them on the exchanges as you would. So the solution: the first tokenized global social network and crypto league for esports, a unique platform that enables gamers to find friends, connect with them, create teams, participate in P2P networking or matchmaking essentially over tokens essentially. So creating digital content such as articles, blogs and videos will be rewarded in cryptocurrency, with additional services such as live streaming, virtual in-game trading of items. If you know what that is, like Counter-Strike Go, you can exchange skins, or FIFA, you can play Ultimate Team, etc. Examples I can think of on the top of my head. But Cubiex provides a significant range of services. In terms of gamers and figures and facts, they're on the screen. Okay, there's a lot of connections. There's a lot of gamers. A lot of people play games. It's a multi-billion-dollar industry. It is huge. It's probably into the absolute... it's crazy how much money is generated from gaming and how many people actually play games. It's going to get bigger and bigger. These are taking off more with games. You've got the PlayStation 5 coming out. You've got the new Xbox coming out. You've also got Google creating their own console. There's going to be a lot of connections and connectivity with other platforms such as live streaming. So this is kind of primed. Okay, this is really in the way of like, hello, you can use this and you can do other things more than just play games. So that's why I like the idea of it. Now, social connectivity and careers. Finding friends, connecting, all that good stuff. You can search for similar gamers and enthusiasts and connect with them, like you would on Twitter, for example. Users can be searched by interests, geographical areas as well, skill level, create teams, and obviously chat and talk to your people who you're playing with. That is key. You can't really do that on Twitch. It's not really the same. And the decentralized element of it is one thing that is kind of interesting. It creates a bit of a stake battle. It makes you determined to kind of beat someone that you've maybe just met, and peer-to-peer match to prove your skills and if you're actually worth it. You can't do that instantly on FIFA. You can't go on FIFA online, for example, on PlayStation, and go, right, I'm going to beat you in this game, Liverpool versus Man City, I'm going to win. Right then, go for it. You can't put a bet on it. You can't, like, unless you know the person, personally. It's not the same. So it is a real interesting option for having a tokenized economy where people are going to use it. And I think people will cotton onto this. Amateur people, normal people getting into crypto. And I want to talk a bit more about that in a bit. Now, supported games. You've got crypto battle kind of features. At the minute, it'll support the likes of Counter-Strike Go. Player Unknown. You've got Battlefield, Fortnite, etc. All the big hitters. Obvious gaming. Obvious fun. Live streaming. Now, this is the bit that's interesting, where you can actually earn a significant amount of tokens for just being a streamer. As a live streamer, you may receive, obviously, if you're doing certain things, the power token through your audience, and you can also create a pot or give something back to your communities by rewarding the viewer. Viewers can also get paid for watching you as a token. Thank you. Hello, thank you. Awesome. Here's some tokens. Boom, you're an awesome person. It's an absolute brilliant idea, and I like that idea that it is an all-in-one system. And I'm going to talk a bit more about how you can actually play around with this and make it even better by ultimately exchanging your tokens for in-game rewards, which is on the screen right now, which is kind of lucky that it came up on the screen. So you can reward yourself. So you can trade your virtual in-game items, your power, remember that, power, And it can be used on the smart contract for like upgrading you as a person, your profile, and all the kind of in-item games that you've got. But you can also exchange power for the in token of the ERC20, the in token that will go onto the exchanges, the likes of Binance as an example, normal exchanges that you would relate to, that you can actually change it for either Ethereum or Bitcoin, and then eventually into dollars, pounds, euros, whatever. Now, one thing to mention. This is kind of it in a nutshell, token functions. I've already explained most of it. So you've got content, you've got live streaming, you've also got player matchmaking against each other, and you've also got the market. You can buy and trade your virtual items, and obviously buy it and sell it and trade it with other people. You can get your power back, you can create more power. If that item is more in demand, etc., you can earn more. It's like anything. For example, the one I can really relate to is FIFA. If you're trading a card of a player that you want in your team, and all of a sudden that person's player's stock's risen, it could be worth more. You can earn some extra tokens for it, or whatever in the game. So, in terms of partnerships and other elements, there is a very, very good, experienced team within the gaming industry on this. Which is quite bizarre, really. If I'm going to criticise any other cryptocurrency asset team, there's usually people in there that are not even related to anything of the niche that they're doing. These guys have got a lot of experience within the gaming niche. They understand how esports works and how gaming works. So they've got some really good companies that they work with. For example, Microsoft, Santander, EA, Red Bull, Google Activate, and other places like that. Big companies that have actually got a genuine purpose. Makes sense. Now, Pierre, I've spoken to him. He's a cool guy. Former banker. And he's also a very big esports gamer. He knows the industry inside out. So the only element that you can kind of draw that is kind of a negative is, yes, there's a lot of gaming if you just look through it, there's a lot of professional gamers, sort of like industry experts in like different online markets. But there is some blockchain engineers, sorts of like, for example here, 10 years experience of back-end development, and well, one of the main men of the blockchain element. If I'm going to criticise it in one way, probably as things develop, more and more people will end up on the team with the blockchain, with the cryptocurrency asset. Yes, it is on the Ethereum blockchain, so not much needs to be done, but in terms of understanding it and how the token economics work, you probably need a few more people who are advising on the blockchain side of it. There's a few, but not that many. There's only 3, so it's not huge. But that's just my one little gripe about it, I want to be totally honest with you. But I like the fact that there's a lot of developers that got a lot of years of experience. They've got a lot of gaming experience as well, and they understand how the esports network works. That makes sense. It doesn't. I hate seeing projects that they've got like, I don't know, they're selling something like a financial package and they've got no one from the financial sector. What's the point? It doesn't make any sense. So it's good to have that. So roadmap, it's been around for a while. Q2 of 2017. So they've been developing this for a while now, and they've already done one coin. Well, they've done 2 actually now. Token raises essentially, or like crowd funds, and ultimately we're coming into the main aim now, the IEO. But here is the roadmap. They've done quite a lot of work. They've got the full MVP, which is due to be coming out very, very soon for you to test and play with. And you can always see it on the screenshots of the video at the start of this video, so you can see how it works. So, with the token, let's talk about it. Why is this kind of important? Why did I want to go onto the white paper to show you this now? I've already showed you this before. This is the token side of it. Now, obviously, I've already showed you this, but if you go onto this bit, this is the ERC20 CBIX, okay? That will be the token, and you can exchange that. So, this is the usage, okay? You get paid, peer-to-peer, content creation, matchmaking, sponsorship, if you feel that has to happen, premium accounts, and conversion rates. Now, you can convert the CBIX token, the ERC20 token, into whatever the hell you want once you put it onto an exchange. I've already said that at the start, so that is just clarifying it. Now, if I just scroll through this quickly, this gives you the full ecosystem and how it all works, how it'll go. You can use it, use power on the system, you can exchange it out of the system into a public exchange. For example, Bittrex, Poloniex, I don't know, whatever they exchange it onto, you can fully convert it into your cryptocurrency. Now, they have operational use cases, it makes obvious sense, but the crowd offering, let's talk about it, the token metrics. Now, there's going to be a decent total supply, not a huge amount. Okay, 150 million, which isn't too shabby. There's going to be a nice little area of us to get involved in this as a normal person. The IEO, 500,000, and that is happening very, very soon. Token price will be 0.079 cents for US dollars. It's not bad at all, in all honesty, in terms of how much, and that'll be a 4.22% amount of tokens of the supply. 40% unlocked at token generation event, then 30% per month. So it's pretty awesome. Now the team get a 2-year full lockup period. You've got the foundation, a 3-year lockup period. You've also got advisors have a 6-month lockup period, as well as strategic partners and other reserves and other elements that are going to be locked up for a period of time. Makes sense. It has a decent token model within that, and it obviously is by protection for anyone who's kind of, you know, when you see it in the past with certain IEOs back in the day, or ICOs back then, there was no lockup periods on anything, and it used to just be a free-for-all, and it used to be crazy. Now, other things to mention. This is crazy. This makes sense. I like it. Liquidity provisions, I like it. Public sales, yes. Seed money, foundations, it makes sense. I like it. Now, other thing to mention. Use case, 40% of it is going to the marketing budget. Huge. You can think of traditional gaming industry using it within that, and to market it within the gaming community is huge, in my honest personal opinion. Few banners at some of these events, these esports events, that gets millions of eyeballs over each year and each event. It makes sense and obvious sense to do that, and you know, through big influences within the space, there will be a lot of good money spent on the marketing, I think, using it correctly in the actual niche. Again, competition is Twitch. I'm pretty sure you'll get a couple of people from Twitch onto this to make money, and ultimately to build a social media profile within that to grow their audience even further. So that is pretty much it. I want to talk about that, and I'm going to finally just reveal what it looks like in terms of the look of it. This is it in a nutshell. This is the MVP. This will be out very, very soon for you to go and create a profile. It looks very slick, very, very easy. It's a full working solution, and obviously live streaming is obvious. It needs that as a model. Makes ultimate sense, and you know, tokenize that and tokenize yourself. It makes sense. So let's get on to Bitcoin. What has happened over the last couple of hours? It's been pretty crazy. Now let me just quickly get this up. Ta-da! Bitcoin. Now, if I go to the 6-hour time frame, obviously I had a video yesterday. We got over 10,000. I was saying we're going to FOMO. Yes, we did. We FOMO'd hugely once we got over that 10k mark. And if I was you, and if I am trading this asset right now, I'd be very, very wary. A very big 10% gain of FOMO. Yeah, FOMO's brilliant. I love a bit of FOMO. Makes obvious sense, but the biggest fundamental asset class you've got to think about with Bitcoin is it is very, very volatile. It is a bit crazy, so just be very, very careful what you're doing. Do not be long on these tops, do not be short on these tops neither. Just wait for a natural little settling period. For example, look at this a couple of days ago, a settling period. It comes down a little bit, goes again. This market goes up and down every day. What can we tell you? This happens every day. Whee! Don't be caught out. Do not be buying those tops. It will at some point retrace. Even if it is a small one, make sure you are ready for it. So there you go. That's today's video. I hope you enjoy Cubiex. One of the most obvious choices of an investment if you are a gamer and you are looking to use a platform. Again, do your research. Do not invest what you cannot afford to lose. But ultimately, you don't have to invest in the IEO. You can just use a platform as and when it is ready. If you're a gamer, you can make some extra income.